You dumb, beautiful fucker.
Who wants to be in America's slash fic with Abraham Lincoln?
Louisiana Purchase, that's a name.
You need to really get off my balls, okay? I'm gonna kick your ass.
Also, why was Michelangelo so stinky? Ew.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 201 of the AllYouCanHear podcast. I'll be your host today, Patrick, and joining me today are my three Cretaceous co-hosts.
It's Jonathan again.
My name is Giant Towering Colt. Watch out, I don't want to step on you.
My name is Wenzel.
We got Akira Fukube, noise in the house. Just a little heads up with this month. What we doing? We do one of our semi-regular themed months. So all throughout the month of March, we'll be having kaiju content. We'll be talking about kaiju, we'll be watching kaiju movies, so just sort of basically enjoying the genre of giant Japanese monsters. This week we're starting off nice and easy. After a lifetime of enjoying and consuming kaiju media, we think it's time to put our collective heads together and brainstorm our own kaiju movie.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
This is the way we're coming into the second generation of, or third, you could say, because we're going into the next 10 years of AYCH with episode 201.
Life begins on the other side of 200.
With big monsters. Yeah.
So all you other podcasts out there, catch up to us.
200 more years.
That's right.
200 more years.
200 more years, 1,000 years. Let's keep this going.
Woo-woo.
And you may be wondering, why are we doing kaiju in March? Stop asking questions.
Yeah,
that's the reason.
What could possibly coming up during March that would precipitate this month-long content? It's not like, there's a movie about two of the biggest monsters that have ever existed on film, and it's coming out at the end of the month. So there's nothing in any way that's somehow a lead up to that, anticipatory moment.
Yeah.
And we totally didn't have this planned for May, until something.
And we
happened.
totally didn't have to plan an actual mainline episode. But let's just say some little piece of shit has some certain remake of their own fucking movie coming out that had to be pushed. So we had to push the episode too.
Don't get mad. Just be happy because we're gonna see the Joker as Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's called symbolism, kids!
I only know one thing with symbolism, and is that we can only reference the Bible.
Yeah, there are no other texts to base your symbolism off of.
If it's not the Bible or Greek myth,
Yeah.
fuck you.
And and what's a god to a king? And what's a king to a non-believer? Or whatever that song that Jared Leto sings goes. But anyhow, we're not talking about all that. We're talking about the AYC.
the Joker, baby!
I'm the Joker, baby!
Okay.
We're talking about the very first AYCH branded kaiju. So what we'll be doing today, like I said, we're making up our own kaiju. And once we have that established, we'll be making up a movie to go around it.
Okay.
Sounds good
So-
to me.
First, I think we should just create our kaiju to build the movie around. And, usually based is like a giant animal thing. Like Godzilla is a giant reptile. We got King Kong's a giant monkey. I propose for the panel a platypus.
A platypus?
Yes, a giant fucking platypus.
I
Nice.
would like to submit a suggestion. Could we have multiple monsters?
I feel like we can, but I feel like we need to establish who would be our Godzilla.
I would say it's going to be Mr. Platypus Monster. Now we can change it to make it, not just strictly a giant platypus. Like we could give it I don't know, dog ears or something. or horns.
That's the only difference. It just has dog ears.
Or we just put cat ears, and every time it goes up against a fucking enemy, it does the nya nya.
Is this platypus going to be bipedal or a quadruped? I guess it'd have to be bipedal.
It can be both.
Yeah, like when he's got to get when they got to get going somewhere, they just start scampering on all fours.
Yes.
But when it times to start, whipping, that's when they stand up.
Yeah.
It's like a bear. A bear can go on both.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. I like that.
So we're going with cat girl platypus.
Don't know why cat girl, but we're going with platypus.
I don't
Okay. Or I got a cool idea. Hear me out.
Okay.
It's just a normal platypus, but whenever Earth is in danger from whatever fucking Megazord just shows up, it does its own little like shoujo fucking magical girl transformation and turns into a giant platypus with cat ears and a maid outfit.
You're getting into some sexual.
This sounds like a
things
fantasy.
here. Is this some fetish shit you're trying to put on us?
It sounds
I
like
mean-
a fetishization of Perry the Platypus from Phineas and Ferb.
I never watched
Ooh,
that show.
they're quiet.
so I-
All right.
That's a lot of damning silence, if you ask me.
Yeah. Okay, we'll take your idea. We'll put it to the side for now. I have
Okay.
an
Well,
idea.
what's the cult pitch? Let's hear it.
I have this picture of our monster. Whatever the monster is, it's not so much about the monster. It's about the giant spinning top on its back. So whenever this monster were to get into a fight, it would slam on its back and just start spinning in circles, and that's how it attacks.
Okay, so like if we do go with our platypus, it has like a fucking like tortoise shell with spikes like fucking Anguirus, and it just like spins.
I'm thinking one spike, just one large spike that it spins on.
Okay, and then it just like Beyblade, like let it rip, just
Yes.
Okay, all right.
So we have a top monster. We have a platy monster. Now, keep in mind, even if we don't pick one particular person's, they can still be part of the extended kaiju menagerie.
Yes.
Either a part of the allies or the rogues gallery. No idea gets thrown away here because that's the beautiful thing about kaijus. There's a whole bunch of them, and typically in one movie.
Yeah, and you never see him ever
So
again.
with the top monster, what do we want to do with it? Do we just want to? I got an idea that's just fucking out there. Just let it be like a fucking zebra with a spike on its back, and then every time it spins, it just donkey kicks you.
That is pretty insane, I'll give you that. But it's also insane enough to be a kaiju movie.
What if it also has a horn on its head, like a unicorn, but a
Yes,
zebra
yes.
horn?
I do like that. I like that because it can also work as a weapon when you're spinning.
Yeah.
And it can probably shoot a laser.
Yes. Shoot a laser out of the forehead beam, out of the forehead horn. Let's do this. I like that.
Okay. Wenzel, do you have a pitch?
This wasn't a main monster, but what I'd like to say, I sent a picture, well, 2 pictures in the chat of a snail monster I had. It would turn out like a slug snail monster, but then I thought it'd be kind of cool if it was like, if it got so mutated that it was kind of like reptilian a little bit.
Oh, I like that a lot.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
For the folks at home, we will publish these pictures on our socials, but for the time being, the first, I guess, iteration Wenzel had is sort of like this quadrupedal creature with a very long, protracted mouth full of teeth, with a little antennae on the lips, with a snail shell on the back. And the secondary version is more akin to what we know as a snail, with just more, I would say, folded,
Lovecraftian.
crafting folded skin shell and like multiple mouths, even what looks like mouths where eyes would be on a human face on top with 2 eye stalks.
Oh, no. You know what would be cool? If this... Okay, I still don't know which way I want to go, but it'd be cool if it's shell, right? Like how it has that armor I have in the second picture. It'd be cool if its shell, like, was able to, like... if it was kind of like an armadillo instead. Like, take the shell, make it like a tail, but then when it wants to, it can, like, roll up in its tail so it looks like a snail shell, and it can, like... throw itself or something. I don't know.
I think it'd be a good like third act like reveal. like, if we have Snaily, they're like crawling around and just like things are getting tense. And then, like, when you think its shell is like rattling, like about to do something, but then it starts rolling off of its back. So actually, it's just its tail coiled up on its back. So just like it's like this big, long, like whip or bludgeoning appendage.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's cool.
I do like that a lot.
That's cool. All right, what's your pitch, Pat?
Okay, my pitch, it's pretty simple. My pitch is more based off my favorite dinosaur, which is pterodactyl.
Okay.
So we have this sort of avian flight kaiju. It has big wings, but obviously they're not big enough for it to actually fly because it's thick as fuck.
Okay. All right. All right.
The main thing with my kaiju is I want it to be caked up, double cheeked up.
On a Thursday afternoon.
Like, but also have like some big old wings. Also, it's kind of a more, what's the word? A more maroon mahogany color.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like a deep,
like a dark red.
like a dark purple red.
Okay.
All right, Pat,
Okay.
I'm going to have to ask, is this just your fantasy fetishization of Rodan?
No comment.
Another silence. Wow. We're finding out a lot about the AYCH members today.
Come on. I love my fucking magical girl platypus idea.
I'm trying to draw
So-
a caked up pterodactyl right now, and it's messing me up.
I'm just picturing like a normal sized pterodactyl, but most of the monster is actually the cake.
Like it's
Like a normal sized pterodactyl, which is pretty big, but a cake the size of a skyscraper.
oh, fuck.
Or it's
like what's that Pokemon that came out in Sword and the Shield where it has a little raptor on the front with the big ass legs and tails in the back? What was that one called? Archazolt?
Yeah, that weird fossil
Yeah.
Pokemon. Yeah.
or it just has like the head and wings of a pterodactyl and the body of Detective Stabler from Law and Order SVU.
What is happening right now?
Yeah, there's a no context meme for you.
I'm going to send it in the chat.
Oh my god. If it's what I think it is, I'm going to go ape shit.
Okay, here it comes.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Why is he bubble butt double cheek?
What? Why is he so, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, Christopher Maloney, you got a fat ass.
For the listeners at home, since this is audio only content. Detective Stabler from Law and Order SVU. It must be a recent episode or something.
Yeah, I think. Well, anyhow, yeah.
There is a shot of his ass, and it is like fucking uncanny. How just
That's-
bubble butt, double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon.
That has to be, there's no way that's his ass. That has to be somebody else. I'm sorry. I don't believe it.
What the fuck? What the absolute fuck? I can't look away. I gotta stop.
No, I had to turn my phone around because I want to look at it. What?
I don't even know where to go from here. I'm sorry. You threw me off.
A rare Jonathan derailment of this show.
This is my new arc.
We're just distracted by ass. Okay, so we got a magic platypus. We have a top shell. We have a snail. We have a cake pterodactyl. But the question is, who's going to be the lead monster though? Because this is a good group. This is just this is like the Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, Anger is like the big elite four of the good kaiju.
Okay, so which one's going to be like the lead good guy, and which one's going to be the lead bad guy?
Or do we want to make up our own, make up our Ghidorah to be the bad guy?
I'm just saying the most evil one we have described so far is the double cheeked up pterodactyl.
Oh, bitch! What one of its moves is, it slaps around the kaiju, fights him up, but then like his finisher or move, he flies in the air with his legs out and then just drops, smashes the kaiju in the ground, and that's how he beats them.
Oh, bitch.
Yeah.
That's a very good attack. But the thing is, my top monster would be a really good counter to your kaiju because if he's not careful, he's going to get a top up his ass.
So maybe that's the thing. Like the top monster is sort of like kind of like maybe he's like the angriest, or like he doesn't have like a lot of special powers, but then there's something he's really good at in specific moments to turn the tide in.
Yes.
So yeah, my double cheat pterodactyl can be the baddie if we want it to be, because like he's a baddie, right?
Or what we
My little baddie.
Or what we could do is the pterodactyl is the like first act villain before the real bad guy shows up, which could be like
or the first act, like in the bigger arc.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Like he comes back.
Like you're thinking big, like multiple movies.
Yeah, I mean, like there's 15 pictures in the Godzilla Showa era. So like, okay, double cheat pterodactyl is like one of the first villains, but he comes back to fight the super villain at the end of the story arc and across however movies.
He's the Vegeta of this story.
Yeah.
All right, I'm liking it.
I'm just so thrown off right now. I just randomly had a flashback of this time I was on Twitter, and people can just get so horny on Twitter. It makes no sense.
Oh yeah.
And somebody shared. I had no idea this existed. Somebody shared an Ultraman style porno. now I
Also known as pornography. And I just remember, I'm just thinking about all the porn tropes now of like,
oh no, step bro, I'm caught in the dryer. Can you help me out?
It's like, really, in front of my salad?
The woman was in the costume and
and she was getting fucked by a giant kaiju monster.
I think? I don't know. My mind's going to weird places now because of seeing Detective Stabler's just bubble butt.
We fucking awakened something in Wenzel.
Just like, it's just like the Dean from Community. I hope this doesn't awaken anything in me.
Yeah, God, that Wenzel, your story reminds me of a time where me and Cody found a fucking video of this girl getting railed. I'm talking railed by a guy in one of those T-Rex costumes.
Like the inflatable T-Rex costume?
Yes.
Yep.
And we laughed for like a solid 2 hours.
Because
the internet's a beautiful place full of different things.
Because it's like oh my, I don't know. Some of it I don't know. You just can't.
Okay, let's bring it back.
I'm doing the reel it back in hand motion here.
I don't know, because now we need to make another episode future. No, I don't think we should have that ever. Never.
I don't think we should do that.
I know where you're going,
I don't
Wenzel.
think we should.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to make lads make a porno.
No kaiju porno.
I don't want
to do that either. Just scrap it. Don't even believe.
There's no way we can possibly do that episode without at least setting up a Patreon for people to pay for it.
Get out of my head. I was just about to make that joke, you fucking psycho.
But anyhow, okay, we got the baddie, or like a starter baddie.
Mm-hmm.
On the three that's on the table, Snaily, Toppy, or Platty, do we want them to be the friends of the big monster, or make one of them the big monster?
I feel like the Toppy could be like the friend of all, because it's just a top character. I imagine Toppy would just, in his free time, whenever he's not helping the main good guy save the world, he's just spinning around in the forest.
He's waiting for the call to help. So yeah, Toppy is definitely an ally.
And I feel like my kaiju, my magical girl Platypus is like the Mothra of this franchise.
Yeah, I could do that. She's the more overtly beneficent one.
Yeah, who like all the other kaiju were fighting, and she just like bitch slaps them and is like, "Come on, we need to fight the big bad."
What?
Like in Ghidorah, the three-headed monster.
Yeah, I had an idea. Like, what if she's a platypus, but her silhouette is exactly like Mothra's, but her tails she has 4 tails that are her wings.
Yes, love it.
But anyhow. Okay, we have Snaily left. We want Snaily a star, or do we want to like hodgepodge a hero kaiju?
I was thinking, because Let's just screw it. Let's just have 5 monsters in the movie. Snaily and Caked Up Pterodactyl. They're kind of like the villains, like starter villains, and then we have the big baddie, the one that's like, all right, bitch, I'm the real threat here.
Yeah, because I can see Snaily being a baddie, and then over time they become a goodie.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Cakey and Snaily as baddies to go goodie.
So what's going to be the Ghidorah of this movie? We also are going to have to create human characters for this.
Yeah, but they don't matter.
That's the worst part.
Yeah, but I mean, that's always an afterthought. We can just sort of bullshit that.
Yeah. So so I was trying to figure out our big baddie, our Ghidorah level villain, and also still come up with our main star. Because I think a fun idea for our chimerical one, if everybody pitches a body part, so we have like this more like chimerical creature for our main.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Who wants to go first?
Okay. I'm pitching a body part. It's like not a stegosaurus, but you know that 4-legged dinosaur.
Dimetrodon.
Yeah, that has the big fin.
Yeah.
All right. Big fin on the back, but it's like a table saw blade.
Okay.
Okay.
I had an idea. Okay, I like the idea. I had an idea like he has a like a third act reveal, because we love reveals.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of like confetti underneath a wig, his giant tail spine on his back looks like a big sail. It folds in half sideways. It becomes like these makeshift wings. But he repurposed it. Either he like turn it to like some bullshit gliding flying thing, or extra, he folds out his back fins, and then like one of the other kaiju like runs up it to get like a running jump to like hit somebody in the sky, or something like that.
Okay.
Shit.
All right.
That would be good. That would be good for Snaily, because Snaily is slimy, so he'll just slide up.
Or what if?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
idea. Ideas going out here. We have Snaily roll up in a ball, Maine fold out their back wings, and then Toppy or somebody hit Snaily up the ramp that is the main guy using the big spreaded folds, and Snaily becomes this like super projectile.
Okay. Yes, I like that.
That hits like the baddie in the sky. Teamwork.
Okay.
Teamwork makes the dream work. I'm liking this. I'm really, really liking this.
Okay, so we have a big back fin that folds out in emergencies and times for like desperation and bullshit.
Okay. So we got saw blade, back fin that goes.
Yeah.
Okay. What other body parts are we doing?
Let's see. My body part is I want kind of like these chunky, thick arms that aren't super defined, because they kind of just like these like big like lumps with like little finger claws at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But they have it looks kind of porous, right?
Okay.
Either so like when he flexes or gets serious, like spikes come out the arm.
All right. I like it. I like it a lot.
We got spike arms. So we need somebody to do like the legs, or like the body, tail, or head.
Okay. All right. I think for the legs, I'm thinking we have buff, human-looking legs with wheels for feet.
Yes. See, you lost me at first, but then you brought it back around. Wheel feet. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no descent from sword arm.
Not really.
Okay. Well, I mean, he basically has sword arms with blades.
Or I can make the caveat add that he has like one big spike he shoots out from like the top of his wrist or something.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
So we have wheel feet and sword arm.
The reason why I'm cool with it is because I figured out a long time ago a certain way that wheel feet could be applied to human like
biology,
physiology, or whatever. So
Just like Heelys, just put it in your heel, and
that's
good.
exactly how I thought of it, actually.
So we got Wenzel on Team Wheel Feet. Yay!
So we're making AYCH for real. Wheel feet and sword arm.
Yes.
Okay.
There we go, boy. Gosh, I don't know. I really like the spike idea. For the tail, I was thinking like have like a long armored tail, and then have like this like kind of like this bud at the very end, and it's kind of like a wasp, end where like it can shoot out a spike as well. out of it.
Okay.
And I'm going kind of crazy here, but that spike is also like has energy in it, so it can shoot a laser, kind of like Shin Godzilla.
Okay.
All right.
Because what I was thinking, just for all like the hero kaiju, we give them like a rainbow laser beam they can shoot out, but individually it's kind of weak. But final act reveal against the big fuck all Ghidorah stand-in is they all come together and like Ghostbusters, they cross beams and make super hyper rainbow beam that.
I like it.
Yes.
And
yes.
plus, I in my head, I always imagine them as like each has a distinct like monocolor tone.
Okay, all right, I like it, and then it turns into a rainbow beam.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Like in my head, like Snaily is kind of like this aqua blue color.
Okay.
And then, like I already
Okay.
said, my Keiki is like this like purplish mahogany color.
Yeah.
And then in my head, I was thinking Toppy was like this sort of goldenrod mustardy color.
Okay.
Yes.
And then Platy could be like a ruddy color.
Mm-hmm.
And then our main guy, Big Boy, what would be a good color for him? Make him green. We haven't have green yet.
Green or like
Or
silver.
maybe
Or, yeah, like a silver or something.
silver. Okay. Or what if they focus their beams through him, through like his back fin, and then like
And then he shoots out the main beam.
because like he's silver or a prism, or like a crystal.
Pink Floyd, baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
God, this is fucking cool.
All the pieces are falling together. Hollywood, Toho, look us up.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, I'm liking this.
What would the baddie's head be though?
We don't know. We haven't decided what our guy's head looks like.
I was thinking,
Since it's like multiple machine parts, or not machine parts, multiple parts, like it seems put together in a lab, Frankenstein of a sort, we could do something machine related, maybe.
well, what I was thinking was, let me find was like the head of like the Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3,
Oh, I had an idea.
like that.
Okay, like a kind of elongated.
Yeah, like
face.
elongated snout reptile thing.
I had an idea. What Colt said about it looks like kind of hodgepodge together.
Mhm.
What if part of main guy's, our Big Boy's backstory, that he was like created in a lab and he escaped, and that's what like he has to do with like, I'm just a hodgepodge of life forms and I feel like gross and weird all the time. But on the metal thing, he had like a big metal helmet.
Okay, yeah.
And then the last movie, it breaks open and you see his face.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And his friends
Okay.
accept him. It's like, oh, they'll never look me. I'm monstrous. And it's like, we always accepted you, Big Boy.
And then they
Okay.
all hug.
There you go.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Okay,
I
and
do like
now
this.
and now we have Baddie, the big Baddie, the Ghidorah analog for our AYCH multi-monster universe.
Oh goodness.
So they definitely have to be the biggest. They definitely have to fly.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to think of something away from like reptile, but reptiles look really fucking cool.
Thinking buggy.
Like an insect.
Bugs are evil. Not really. But they scare me.
Does Mothra scare you? She's a bug.
No, because Mothra's got
She's
hair.
fuzzy.
I wouldn't say it's hair.
That's what you said. Man.
Yeah, say it again.
All right. So, like, we're thinking like an insect. Like, what type of insect are we thinking? Or it doesn't even have to be like an insect, like some sort of bug creature.
What are those toe biters? Because those things are fucking evil.
Toe biters.
Toe biters.
Water
bugs.
They're like water bug. Yeah, I guess they're water bugs. Those things are fucking evil as hell. They don't look that bad. I don't think. It's been a while. Let's search water bugs.
They look pretty menacing, actually.
I just got a bunch of picture of cockroaches.
Like the giant
That's not
water
what I'm
bug with has
looking
like
for.
the big like swimming claws up front.
Yeah, that.
Yes, that thing does look pretty menacing. And the claws kind of look like horns.
Okay, I like it. An idea I had.
Sorry, I'm trying to look up pictures of it because I got cockroaches too. They're just called giant water bugs.
Just search water bug.
Giant water bugs.
Or giant water
bugs.
bugs.
Lithocyrus americanus.
That's it. It's not horns, but they are in the
It's-
head
it's
region.
the
They're just
forelegs.
little arms. Yeah.
And
Okay.
well, like if we're
So
talking,
like that.
yeah.
Okay.
We can let that be like the overall body shape, or that's like has like a carapace on it, like a beetle. The idea I had, it kind of has like sag beetle horns,
Yes.
like kind of pinchy horns on top.
Yeah.
like stag beetle horns and a knife face.
Like
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Hear me out. Okay, since we have a big budget of imaginary money, what if the planet is being invaded by alien bugs, right? The main ones, like the main fodder, like regular troopers, look like giant water bugs. But the head honcho one has stag beetle horns and a giant blade on its head.
this is the queen,
Yes.
baddie.
Queen, yes, queen baddie, huge. She my little boo thing.
Can the blade on the head be retractable, where he could potentially grab you in his horns?
Oh, and then it shoots the
stab
blade
you?
through.
Yes.
That could be how somebody. What if that's how? That's like an emotional climax. Like Keiki, who was the big baddie before, he goes in to save them because everybody else is down, but he gets ganked by the big blade after getting pinched in the head, and you think he's dead.
But then he comes back.
and it just psych, I wasn't really dead because he
He's too thick. It was mostly ass that it got.
yes, we got it. We're putting it together.
Yes.
So yeah, I like you retract it, because that could be a secret.
Yeah.
But whenever she stabs him through the ass, right? His ass loses a ton of juice, so then because his ass is not as thick, he's able to fly at super crazy speeds now.
Oh, it's kind of like a balloon when it's losing air. It's the juices are projectiling your thick pterodactyl.
Or the juice leaks out, so he's really skinny, so he goes even faster in the air.
Yeah.
That's
he'll
what I'm
go,
saying,
subsonic speeds,
They're kind of like these giant. They're not like pus sacks, but they were kind of holding him back. But now that he
Broccoli
lost
dropping
them,
the weights.
he's dropping weights. Yes, exactly. So now it's like he's going super fast. He just unlocked a new power.
Oh, because what if that's a bitch? Okay, maybe that's the moment where he comes back. He just the bad guys, the baddies, all squaring up, and the goodies are kind of getting their second wind. But what really turns the tide is Keiki comes back. You just hear this big sonic boom, and he blows through part of her body, like an arm or a appendage gets blown off, and just they all turn around and you see Keiki just flapping.
just yom.
Yes.
Let's get what big queen baddie looks like. She's got horns, a knife head, shell back. What other parts and pieces she got that are buggy?
I mean, I was thinking
Maybe crab claws for arms.
Her main arms are kind of like crab claws.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And like a lobster tail.
kind of have the water bug front appendages, but make them claws pretty much.
Yeah.
They're really long. They
Yeah.
have
Yep.
What do we feel about king crab legs for the legs? I think king crabs are the ones with these super long legs that kind of like
spider
spiders.
crab?
Those are
yeah.
spider crab.
Oh, yeah.
But I kind of feel because she's the baddie, she has multiple forms.
Mm-hmm.
So what if a leggy form is kind of like her mid tier form,
Okay.
and then she gets big and thick at the end because either she absorbs the energy that all the little tiny bugs are giving her, so she metamorphosizes, or she does a cocoon shit. She comes out this big bitch.
Okay. All right.
Oh yeah, because when Keiki destroys some of her legs, she has to go heal, so she does some cocoon stuff. Yeah.
And then comes back bigger, badder than ever.
Yeah, because Keiki did enough damage to her in his sort of death fight that she had to go heal, but she still killed him, quote, quote.
Yeah.
And then when
Yes.
she comes back from Cocoon, she's all big and bad, and then Keiki comes to do his little trick at the end. So, yeah, she has leggies in her mid form, and then in big form, she's just some big kind of tree trunk looking legs.
All right. I'm liking this.
What else we can think of? Lobster tail, pincher claws, long forelimbs, thick legs.
Should she have kind of like locust wings so she can also fly?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's got to have like some wings, like big fold out beetle wings that come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
How do we feel about, like, in a second act or something like that, the whatever this creature's called can molt its shell, and it's kind of like a cicada where it leaves behind a huge shell.
Okay. Yeah.
What if that's a trick? Like one of the other kaiju is fighting her, and what if Toppy's fighting her, and he thinks he's skewered her? It's like, oh, I got the bitch, and then like he walks around, and you just see a slit down her back. It's like she did like substitution jutsu with her molted skin.
Oh, bitch, that'd be cool.
I do like that. And like after the coming out of the molten, maybe coming out of the molt, you can see the skin gets tougher or the shell gets harder. Like harder than it was before the molt.
Yeah, I definitely feel like since Toppy's sort of quote low on sort of the smaller end, like he fights her first, and then Keiki, and then at the end it's everybody in like her final form. Kind of like Shin Godzilla had like four or five forms. She's like that, but she's the baddie.
Okay.
Because she systematically goes through all of our guys. And then they all get together at the end with Big Boy, the fighter.
Okay, all right. I'm liking it.
All right, okay. I think we have a pretty good stable cast here. Do we want to try to put together a movie, or do we got the movie?
I feel like that would be like
pretty
the
good
Destroy
with,
All Monsters movie.
Yeah.
Like each little kaiju, they get their own like separate movie. Maybe like one where they come together to fight, let's say Keiki.
Yeah.
But then the big bad is fucking bug monster thing.
Yeah. So why don't we do Big Boy's movie, like his origin movie? That sort of, because that sets up the rest of them.
Okay.
So do you want to go with like he was kind of homegrown in a lab and escaped?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Let's just have a stupid fucking human story too.
Yeah. Okay. What's the prerequisite obligatory human story?
We have this one guy. He's just down home scientist, but he just has constant diarrhea. He's just shitting all the time. So that's how the monster escapes. Because the fucking scientist is just shitting.
Wait.
Constantly.
No, wait.
So
let's say
monster escapes.
I have an idea where that can go, but Wenzel, what was your idea?
I was gonna say, what if there's a kid, right? Because a lot of these monster movies have kids in them. They're like, I don't know,
annoying as
but
shit.
this kid
Like
is annoying as shit.
moment.
So let's just say he just like twaddles down the scientist's fucking research area and sees this monster. He's like, oh my god, what's this monster? Like, holy shit, getting just being a little bitch. I don't know.
Can this kid also be eating like a chocolate ice cream
Yes.
cone and somehow trips and presses this massive red button? I'm talking the size of a natural, normal kitchen table. And when he does that, it releases the
No,
monster.
but here's the thing. Okay, when he does that, the scientist comes in and stops him, and he's like, no. So he stops him. So what happens is the kid feels bad for the monster. So the kid's able to deduce that this man has a shitting problem. So when he's in the bathroom, he goes in there. He's like, "Oh, do you want to be free? You want to be free? Are you like a little caged animal? You little animal? Like, oh man, I love to torture animals when I go home." So he smacks the button and the monster gets loose. And the guy's like, "What did you do?" He's like, and the kid's like, "I like to strangle small animals."
Oh, okay. I was thinking the other way, where the kid was like, "I'm gonna be like a little philanthropist and let this thing go," and then like the monster like grows and grows and grows, and then starts fucking shit up in whatever big city we choose to set this in. But then the little kid's like, hey, stop, don't hurt us. And then the monster looks at the little kid and's like, you know what, fam, you right.
Okay, I was thinking of ways to try to combine some of these disparate threads. What if there is a scientist and he has a shitting problem, but the little kid sees the monster, but also is harboring these like weird sociopathic tendencies. So he wants to play with it. By play with it, he means mutilate it because it's still tiny or still like a reasonable size that he can sort of like attack. So he realized the only way to get to the monster is to get the scientist away. So he gives the scientist ice cream because he's lactose intolerant. The scientist goes to shit his brains out, and the little kid hits the button, and he goes in to try to like to grab the monster, take it home. The monster gets out. But then he had like the secondary plot that builds through the movies, where the little kid grows up to be a psychopath, and the big boy is like, oh, but this little boy saved my life, but he's also like a serial killer.
And it's all an allegory for man-made climate change.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, too, that the monster at some point, the kid's like, do you remember me? I saved you. And then the monster just grabs him and then squishes him.
I have an idea for the ending of the thing. We don't tell the viewer where this is taking place, but
The Big Apple.
it's just an idea. The city that it takes place in is destroyed, and when it's destroyed, it pans out to the sign where it says "You're now entering." Turns out it's a sundown town, and nobody's sad that this city's destroyed.
Okay, because I was thinking like something similar to that, like, you know, instead of it taking place in a big city like Tokyo, Moscow, New York, whatever, we just set it in the middle of fucking Topeka, Kansas.
Yes,
The middle of the
exactly
Midwest.
So it's just like
And, you know,
flat horizon that these monsters are fighting on.
Yeah, well, in that way, like, the monster can, like, fight other monsters with no issues. But, like Colt was saying, at first, it's set in that one Arkansas town that's, like, really fucking racist. And fucking just our Godzilla ripoff just fucking just shits all over it.
Just like a
yeah, and
blows
like,
it up.
and when the news stations report this, it's like, this town got destroyed. That's known for being very racist. We are not going to miss it.
Every single person in this town is racist. We tested them all. They're all extremely racist. We also blood tested, and it said racist in the blood.
And from a report that's saying one of the most notable serial killers in the country has also been killed. This is actually a really good day.
Okay, yeah, because I feel like because our big boy is like Gamera too, friend of all children.
Yes.
Because I realized, this little boy that saved me, he grew up and killed a bunch of children. So like, he's like, I appreciate what you did, but you have to die. It's like the movie with Macaulay Culkin where she drops him off a fucking cliff because he's a little evil boy.
The Good Son!
Yes.
Where, like, little 5-year-old Macaulay Culkin says, fuck. That movie is wild.
So, but,
So 5-year-old Macaulay Culkin tells 5-year-old Elijah Wood, don't fuck with me, kid. And it's fucking wild.
What the hell?
It's called The Good Son.
yeah. So yeah, because the little boy is a serial killer that gets smushed because somehow he's like he has a concurrent plot that the humans deal with that's still engaging to the audience. It's like, oh, I'm waiting. We make the human.
It's like a standard like Silence of the Lambs, Thomas Harris like thriller.
Yeah, that's how we made the human story more compelling to the mainstream audience. We make it like a thriller slasher. And then on top of that, monster big shit happening. Is the big picture, small picture slasher.
Hell yes.
There's a lot happening with this movie.
I like it a lot.
You know, and the thing is, in my mind, I was like, oh, this kid has to be a little piece of shit, little stinker. And I don't know why my first thought was, oh, make him a psychopath, sociopath. I don't know, serial killer.
Hey,
it's
working so well.
In as annoying the humans are in these Godzilla movies, the kids are always like doing something annoying, and they're like, "Oh, he's just a kid." But this time, we want the kid to be annoying, and they're like, "Oh my god, this kid sucks."
Yeah, and I was thinking like,
we don't want any redeeming.
This kid
qualities.
is like doing some awful shit, and these people are just like, oh, he's just a kid, just let him do it. Like, Ma'am, he is killing small animals. These are the signs of a serial killer. And she's like, it's nothing. Just kids being kids. Like, what? What year is this? Anyway, that's our monster movie.
Yeah, I think that we have the makings of a pretty good franchise.
And just, human monsters.
Just to clarify, what names were we thinking for our monsters?
Yeah, because we have our placeholder names.
I legit like the name Toppy. I think Toppy's a good name for a monster, that is. It's going to be a side monster that's not so important, so I think Toppy's good.
I think my snail dragon, we should... Well, I just kind of gave away the name a little bit. I think we should call it Slime Dragon.
Okay.
Because they're going to have a portmanteau, like slime, like SLI and DRA, Slydra.
Ooh, I like that.
I'm trying to think of a
Toppy
name
has a
for
secret move called Sloppy Toppy where he
the
spins
platypus.
violently.
There we go. I was waiting for it.
That's
Yeah.
the team-up move. Sloppy Toppy.
Sloppy Toppy.
Yeah, it is a team-up move. You got it.
Oh, wait a minute. It could be a team-up move with Slime Dragon where Sloppy Toppy, it's sloppy because Slime Dragon gets them all slimy and sloppy.
God, yes, it's perfect.
Maybe we're the real monsters.
Yeah. What about you guys?
I'm thinking what mine would be.
I do like that idea. We're talking Sloppy Toppy.
And now I'm thinking about, what's his name? He was one of the James Bonds, Sloppy Toppy.
Oh, you talking about fucking
okay.
Sean Connery.
I like to beat women and I get sloppy toppy.
50 no's and a yes means yes.
God damn it.
I think we need to arrest this Bond.
Yeah. You know what? Probably a good thing he's dead.
I'm thinking about maybe making mine called, like, maybe Taranju. Because the portman, maybe it's like it's Terra for pterodactyl, but I'm thinking, like, what's a Japanese, like sweet? Like, think of, like, manju with the buns
Yeah.
because of his ass.
Oh,
So
that's
it's like
good.
pterodactyl and manju bun, Taranju.
Okay, I have no idea for mine. I'm trying to come up with a clever name, and my brain is just like,
Here we go, Platypussy.
no.
Oh.
It's like Octopussy because on the James Bond. It's
Yes,
Platypussy.
thank you.
God damn it. That will be the placeholder name until I come up with something.
Well, let's think of the parts and pieces of your character. It's a magical girl,
Yes.
and it's a platypus. So,
Platypus.
like, where you think of, like, magical girl, like, the Japanese word for magic is maho.
My first thought was like mahopus, but then it was like no, that's bad. That's real.
I think we should just take out the puss part.
magic pussy. Nah.
Perry.
No.
No, I think that's copyright. I think that's copyrighted, Colt.
Okay, because magic, you have maho, which is Japanese for magic, sojo, which is Japanese for girl,
Yeah.
and if there's a Japanese word for platypus, it's probably just a romanization, like platypusu or something like that.
Yeah.
There's probably they don't have a word for it, just like native.
What's the word for duck, and what's the word for beaver? Because a platypus
A duck
is just
beaver.
a duck beaver thing.
Beaver is also a nickname for vagina.
God damn it, you're right, Wenzel. We just can't get around it, apparently.
Apparently not.
The Japanese word for duck is ahiru.
How do you spell that?
AHIRU.
Okay.
Okay.
We could be like maho, hiru, mahiru.
Oh, okay. That's cool. My hero.
Mahiru?
My Hero Academia.
Beaver is biba.
Yeah, that's probably a loan word.
All right.
So we have our supporting. The Queen Betty. We
yeah,
don't have the
that's
main
the-
guys. You don't have Big Boy's name either.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I thought we were done.
Queen Betty.
Giant evil insect bitch.
Giant G, evil E, insect I B.
Geeb.
Yes.
We got to make it sound cool. Gabiru.
What?
Gab.
We call it like Gabira.
Gibira. Okay.
Gaybira.
Okay. Gibira. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it'll eventually, the people will be like, "What do we call this?" And someone's like, "It's just a giant evil insect bitch." Then someone says, "Kabir."
Well, they literally have the same like audible train of thought that we just did now.
Yeah.
Like in like the big like plan room like bunker with all the politicians and like leaders of the military. Because they take time instead of like helping people get away. It's like we got to think of a name for this sumbitch.
We got to name it right now.
You gotta name it right now.
And naming committee. There's like people with like cigarettes out the mouth, just like clacking away.
But the reason why it's named that is because the military and people that were there are the people from this racist town, and they're in that racist town, so they're like, oh, this is a giant evil insect bitch. But they're dead now because,
They're stupid.
All right.
yeah.
Toppy did some spinning. Rightfully.
So what is Big Boy's name?
I don't know how you pronounce it.
Oh, the big
but
good.
That's how I came up with a spelling.
Sarja?
Or Sojura.
Sojura?
I don't know. Like Saurus. I don't know. I'm dumb.
Thanks for the enthusiasm, Jonathan.
I'm not really committed to this idea, y'all. It sounded good in my head.
Ultimate mechanical artificial
Ultimate mechanical artificial. Oh, the first three letters UMA, like a Japanese word for like a cryptid or like an unidentified mysterious animal. What if he's like, as he escapes, he runs around in the woods. Like, oh, what's this weird creature? They call it, like all these little kids are like, oh, it's an Let's go looking for it, because that's like a little club thing. We call it Umadon because it's a Dimetrodon, just all sized up, but it's born from Uma, like the unidentified mysterious animal phenomenon in Japan.
Okay, I like that.
okay, yeah.
Okay.
All right, we got the cast, baby.
We got the cast. We got a plan. We got the first movie down, and we got a plan for a franchise.
It's all right. I think we're looking pretty good.
Monsterverse, get out the way.
I mean, the MonsterVerse they got one
yeah.
movie left. It's time for the AYCH MonsterVerse.
Mm-hmm.
So keep a lookout. Coming to you real soon. All right. Well, good job, everybody. A round of applause for making the best monster franchise to date.
Yeah.
And we actually managed to kill racists in ours. I think that's a win.
That's a win, no matter how you look at it. All right. Thank you all so much for listening today. I'm sure this was an adventure to listen to. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you had as much fun listening as we did making it, because it was a good time all around. So be sure to follow us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Spotify, and any RSS feed catchers out there. Be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe on all those platforms. Helps us out, keeps us high in the algorithm, puts us in front of new people, and we always appreciate you when you do that. Follow us on our socials on Twitter and Instagram at AYCH Podcast, Letterboxd, and Facebook at All You Can Hear, Twitch at twitch.tv/AllYouCanHear, and YouTube also at All You Can Hear. And lastly, you can follow me, Patrick, on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at John Lost His Name, and my art on Facebook at John Lost His Name Art.
My name is Jonathan. You can follow me on Twitter at JWinIIBOI24 and John Ownson Letterboxd or John Ownson 12 on Letterboxd.
My name is Cole. Follow me on Twitter at ColeD00. Do some backflips for my little baby Manila.
Thank you for listening. I'm Wenzel. You can follow me on Twitter at WenzelBookie. Follow my art Instagram at WhatAWenzy. You can check out my link trees, my letterbox, and Goodreads are in there. Yeah, Manila, man. What a poor little bastard.
Which we'll talk about him soon.
Soon.
Yeah, so stay tuned. Like we said, we had a whole month full of kaiju goodness, and we hope you join us along the way. So stay tuned. We'll be talking to you very soon.
Okie doke. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Stinky.